You are listening to socialtv.co.za with myself, Nokuthula Khwela. In our top stories, Vergelegen supports education with new eLearning hub, and conservation and community partners work together for water security in the Olifants Catchment at Catchment in Indaba 2022. Starting off with our top story, a state-of-the-art e-learning hub at Vergelegen Wine Estate in Somerset West has given learners who live on the estate a new source of support and inspiration with their studies. A cottage at Harmony Village has been freshly refurbished to incorporate learning stations, 7 of which have completed. Additional facilities at the Spick and Span hub include a printer, stationery, a small kitchen to prepare hot drinks, toilets, and a small library. Teacher Catherine Kutzens is on hand every afternoon to offer support and guidance. The hub was opened in September and is currently available to grade 8 to 12 learners. 18 of the 24 eligible learners have used the facilities to date, with 8 learners visiting regularly. Development of the facility has been a team effort by committed members of the estate staff with enthusiastic support of Managing Director Wayne Kutzer. Key participants have been IT Manager Warren Daniels, Security Manager Carl Langehoven, Finance Manager Dean Coles, and Hospitality and HR Manager Sharon Hosking. So Social Media Manager AJ van der Vijver also offers extra maths lessons weekly. Moving on to our next story, the South African National Biodiversity Institute, SANBI, is convening the country's catchment community to take part in its third catchment-based Indaba on ecological infrastructure from the 1st to the 3rd of November 2022 at Hoedspruit in the Olifants River catchment. This catchment, known for its rich diversity in plant species and ecosystem as a result of the significant rainfall it collects, currently faces threats to its biodiversity. Water quality is a major challenge in the Olifants River catchment because large areas have been substantially modified and transformed through extractive land use practices such as mining and agriculture. This often leads to compromised ecosystem services and affects the livelihood of people reliant on the catchment. SANBI has been working with partners on 2 important initiatives, the Living Catchment Projects and the Ecological Infrastructure of Water Security Project, to address water security challenges in the Utukela, Umzimvubu, Olifants, Umgeni, and Berg Breed catchment, which have been identified as strategic water source areas. Last month, Bridgestone handed over a check to Pink Drive worth the value of 500,000 rands. The tyre and rugby company raised the money through the Pink Valve Caps project. The check was received by Jody Brouter, Managing Director of Pink Drive. According to Brouter, they didn't receive any government funding, hence they rely on corporate South African individuals who have the means to support financially. Without partnerships like this, we would not be where we are, especially for rural areas. We really appreciate Bridgestone's continued support to keep the wheels turning, added Brouter. The nationwide breast cancer initiative was started to raise funds to raise awareness and educate individuals. Moreover, the project is geared to bridge the gap between private and public health care and address the needs of less fortunate and medically uninsured by introducing mobile health units which take health care to the community. The Pink Valve caps are sold at 75 rands per set through retail partner Super Quick, which has more than 260 franchises. The campaign runs from October to December, and all the proceeds of the cap sales go to Pink Drive. Pink Drive is a South African NGO which was started to help cancer patients who come from disadvantaged communities. In our final story, Propton Gamble has rescued the school year for thousands of learners in KwaZulu-Natal. They have been without proper facilities since July last year, when about 130 schools in the province were vandalized, looted, and even torched during the unrest. At the time, the Basic Education Department said it did not have the budget to fix the schools or to provide mobile classrooms. Siposetu Primary School, Themba Sokhabase, who was visibly shaken by what had happened, said at the time, "It is really sad that we find ourselves where we are today, given how hard we worked to ensure we provide safe and decent infrastructure to our learners," he added. "Now everything we worked hard for and were proud to achieve is destroyed. The learners' records, the teachers' and school records, they are all gone. The company has been working hard with the United Nations Children Fund, UNICEF, to restore and rebuild schools that were affected by the devastating riots in KwaZulu-Natal and Gauteng. In December 2021, PNG launched the Siakagabusha initiative, which means we are rebuilding. In December 2021, PNG launched the Siya Kakabusha initiative, which means we are rebuilding to ensure that thousands of children were able to resume normal schooling as soon as possible this year. To recap our top stories, conservation and community partners work together for water security in the Olifants catchment at Catchment in Indaba 2022. For more CSI news, you can visit our website at www.socialtv.co.za.